Don't Shut Me Up, the podcast where we, Munday and Life, are here to amplify our voices and yours. You guys, thank you so much for coming back to another episode of Don't Shut Me Up. We are excited to be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, la la la. We're very grateful that you decided to spend time with us because you could be anywhere else, but you decide to spend this time with us. All right?
We appreciate that.
Absolutely. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, send us an email. Don't forget to do all those beautiful things so that you can support your tribe, your girls, Life, and Munday. We also want to take this opportunity to thank some beautiful people that without them, you wouldn't see the beautiful picture that you see of Life and I at the very beginning.
Baby, looking so good.
Look, it's amazing. And the person that you see that took that picture, of which we will be working with hopefully very soon here in the near future, she helped us bring our vision to life. Literally.
Yes. And it was challenging because Fran and I was like, oh, we want to do this. We want to do that. Oh, can we look like this? You know, it was great. It was great. Yeah.
She definitely helped bring our vision to life. So a big shout out to Natalie. You can follow her on Instagram at Natalie Zeta. We'll put that down somewhere.
Yeah, so you can,
yes,
please look her up. Like,
yes.
She just took a photo of herself. Fabulous.
Are you serious?
Fabulous.
I love it.
We love you, Natalie, girl.
We love you, Natalie. You are amazing, and we cannot wait to work with you again. And you guys look her up because she is the bomb.com. I ain't said that in a long time. Bomb.com.
Clock it.
Yeah. The next person we want to give a shout out to, and we have plenty, baby. The next person we want to give a shout out to that helped us come up with this are two amazing individuals. You guys, it's very hard for us to take time for ourselves.
Right.
And we're not gatekeeping either. We're not gatekeeping. No. And so we want to definitely give a shout out to Idea to Launch. They are the ones that helped us kind of sync ourselves and get, motivated to invest in ourselves by, sharing our purpose with you so that you all can share your purpose with us. We definitely want to make sure that we're shouting out the right people and we're not gatekeeping information because we know that you have visions and you have things that you want to do. So we want to make sure that we put that out there. Yes.
You guys need to know about the information and who's working with us.
That's right.
Stuff is looking good over here.
Come through. Yes. So Life.
Monday.
I love you so much.
That was so seductive.
Y'all, they done messed up and gave us some mics. Well, no, honey. You think I'm here to play around?
Okay.
We're
not going to start.
Okay.
All
right. Yes.
It's always about to go down there rabbit hole.
I know, friend.
I'm done.
Okay. So, Life, what we talking about today?
You know what? I wrote this topic down, y'all.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something. We have to be ourselves.
Absolutely, we do.
It's sometimes I be forgetting stuff, and it's
Me
okay
too.
Because we human, and you can't shut me up from telling the truth.
Hey, got through for
Clock it.
Yes.
Okay, we got a great topic for you guys today. We're going to be talking about rebuilding after the perfect storm. God said, I will restore you in front of many.
Yes.
So you can be the kingdom. All right?
Hey, come on, kingdom. Hey.
Hey. You want to hear it again for the people in the back?
Go ahead.
Rebuilding after the perfect storm.
That's right.
I know all of our listeners have a story for us.
Yes.
But today, we're going to talk a little bit about ours.
Yes.
What did it look like for us to rebuild?
Yes.
We have many moments in life
many
that we had to rebuild
Mm-hmm.
because we had to learn a lesson.
That's right.
We have to correct. We have to figure out the purpose, the path. And sometimes God will create that perfect storm for us to get there if we're not getting there
Come on.
in a timely manner.
That's
so,
right.
Monday,
Yes, ma'am.
tell me, when did you have to rebuild?
Well, let me tell you.
Right.
So I'm not gonna sugarcoat you guys. I am still rebuilding. I'm very much so a work in progress. I'm rebuilding in a lot of different areas in my life, but let me start with this particular rebuild that God created the perfect storm for, which was losing my best friend. That was the largest rebuild that I had to do. And you guys, I was married for a little over 13 years, but me and my best friend were together for much longer, about 23, 24 years. And so when that connection severed, I was lost. Again, I didn't know who I was, and that was just one storm that I had to rebuild from. I had to figure out who I was. I had to figure out where I was going to live. I had to figure out, what my bank account was going to look like, going from a double income to a single woman income. Like, I had to figure all of those things out. And I can't even say that I figured them out. I did not know what to do being a single woman, a single black woman.
Right.
You know?
23 years.
23 years.
Right? Sharing that with another energy. I get it.
Yeah. And so, you guys, full transparency, I had to withdraw my retirement to try to survive. I had to, literally, I was sleeping on the floor. And the day I moved, the day that I moved, literally, I had a car accident. It was a freak accident. I don't know how, it just happened. It was a stormy day. And you know how you think, oh yeah, I'm finna get my life back.
Right.
We outside tonight.
We outside
tonight. Hey, we outside tonight. I'm thinking we outside, baby. And we done had a whole accident outside. We outside.
I'm so grateful God kept you.
Full transparency, I had to stay with someone before I actually moved into my rental. And then, like I said, I had no furniture. I was literally sleeping on the floor. And I'm going to say something else. The people that you think are going to be there through your rebuild, I feel like in that moment, God separated me completely. Completely. So I could just solely depend on him.
You better speak it.
Friend. You guys.
Our stories are so similar.
Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying, friend? He will separate you. The people that you think are supposed to be there for you, God will divide you from them. You'll be looking for them like, where is this person? Where is that person? But God is like, no.
I need you to myself.
I need you.
I need you all to myself right now.
Yes, I need you. So that part of my life, as far as rebuilding goes, it was very, very difficult. And, God has been with me every step of the way. I cannot say it was easy. I've had tax situations. I have had, still got a tax situation. Hello. But God will show you. He'll guide you if you trust and believe. And I can't say that any of the things that I've done or been through have been solely on my own. So here's how he helped rebuild me.
I need to know.
Yes, friend.
Because you're doing a good job.
It ain't me.
Right. I'm sitting here watching you like, Tish told me. Monday, doing it.
It's Monday out here. Girl, that's Jesus back there like cussing me
Come on,
out.
brother.
B, if you don't listen, you're not listening to me. I'm going to have to make it very, very hard for you so you can understand where I'm coming from. You keep trying to do things your way, and I'm steady trying to tell you how to do them the way I said do them. And I'm telling y'all, God speak to you the way you will listen to him.
Right. It's a relationship. I just, people are always like, oh, you have to be so perfect. I was the same way. You have to be so perfect when you talk to God and the family. You're not perfect when you talk to your worldly family when you're mad and upset.
Hell no, you be cussing even in your brain. And that's just how he talked to you. So if that's how you heard it, that's how he meant for you to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you guys, I've done a lot of prayer and meditation work and realizing I don't have any control over what God has for me in this life. I don't have any control. Everything is always in his hands. But I'm looking for something tangible, Monday. I know.
Right.
How can I, I got bills due. How can I live in that? Well, if you think about it, if you just don't have it, you just don't have it. You know, friend.
I just heard a podcast talk about
You
that.
did.
I sure did. You right on point right now.
I'm serious, friend.
Your start over, you had to have courage, faith. You ended up in a place that was unfamiliar to you, away from everyone. Here. How did you get here?
Here, I flipped a coin, baby, and and God provided. I never thought I would be living here in Northwest Arkansas.
Right.
No, I never thought that. I never envisioned any of my life changing the way it did. But I literally flipped a coin. It was like, all right. West Memphis or Northwest Arkansas, and you got that we're getting out of here. Like, we don't know how. We don't know
can't
where.
stay here.
You can't.
What was here? Are you okay with saying where was here?
Yeah.
No, it's
I was, in
it was
the
here
Delta.
In the Delta
Delta area. It was. You cannot stay here, and you cannot stay here with the purpose I have for you. This is not your purpose.
This somebody I need you to meet. Now?
Exactly.
I'm taking her through some stuff.
Come on, friend. It's real. I literally was like, am I going to move to West Memphis? It is, with damn it. West Memphis, Arkansas, or Northwest Arkansas. I'm not ready to just love it. I was just talking,
It's okay.
Where we going? And that's where we were going. And I literally flipped a coin. If I had never flipped that coin, I literally flipped a coin. I don't know if it was a penny, a dime, a nickel, a quarter. I don't know what it was, but when it landed, it was definitely Northwest Arkansas.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I have no family there. I know maybe one person there. I know one person here. That was it. I didn't know anybody. And, with Monday, second chances. This is a second chance. Go out and do what you're supposed to do. And, I sat around for a minute. Friend, you said one time, friend, I am running my mouth. Shut the hell up. Look, I'm going to have to come back to my story, friend. I need you to talk, friend. Oh, my gosh. Where we at with time?
It's okay. It's okay, guys, because you know what? We're like this. This don't shut me up. Like I said, Monday and I, we have a lot of stories, right? And I know you guys are going to be able to relate to a lot of it. I mean, we're so excited. We just can't wait, So really quickly for me, we'll get to it later, right?
Right.
So my start over literally was not here in Arkansas, right? So I made a hard decision to leave my daughter's father, right? I was in Maryland, okay, away from all of my family.
So friend, would you consider that have been your best friend too?
Yeah, I could say that. Yeah. With him, with my daughter's father, like he exposed me to a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
And we did a lot together.
Of
So I
course.
can say that. I really can say that, we lived in Georgia together. He moved to Maryland first. Then I ended up moving, with our daughter. And it just wasn't working out for the greater good. We was oil and water. We just
I
didn't
know,
mix.
friend.
And we were trying to make a family work. We were trying to raise a child, know, and we just didn't have the blueprint. It just wasn't working out. And I ended up moving out. And I ended up moving in with a coworker. Not even a coworker. Like I was literally her boss. I was her boss, and we became really good friends. Now, you know what? She was in my program. Oh, she was in my program.
Yeah.
She was a client in my program, and then we became friends. And then I brought her in on the team because she had really good skill set, right? And so I end up moving in with her, and I was sleeping on the floor. And when my daughter would come over, because she was going back and forth between both houses and stuff like that, but I didn't care. I didn't care because I just needed to be out.
Yeah.
Okay. And the life was about to begin for me, right?
Yeah.
And it's so much.
I know,
it is
friend.
so much.
Yeah.
It's like from there, I had to struggle for a second, still had my job and things of that nature, and I lost a contract that we were in, that I was working with, a workforce development agency. We lost our contract, devastated. And I was like, never again will somebody else tell me when to feed my daughter. So I created my company, right? I created my company. I was working with kids in the school, doing pre-K PE, teaching kids how to start, continue, finish. But I was struggling myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
struggling, and I just knew I wasn't going to go back. I wasn't going to go back to that relationship because I didn't want to repeat cycles that I had seen growing up. And I saw it full circle. I was like, ooh, this is what my mom talked about. Okay. I see myself in that same situation. And so it was rough trying to start a business on unemployment.
Yeah.
Okay. I had no family. They were so far away from me.
Yeah.
I had to, create an identity for myself. Nobody knew me as the little sister. Nobody knew me as, oh, that's such and such girlfriend right there. Like, nobody knew me as, that's the Gigi that dances. Like, I had to recreate my own name. And so it got really difficult. And I just remembered one day, we wasn't seeing eye to eye, my daughter's father and I. And I just remember I used to go out and I used to market my company like between the hours of 1 and 2, I believe, 1, 2, 3 o'clock or whatever. My daughter would be in aftercare. And one day he called and he was like, I'm not paying for it. He was like, no. And I was like, no, you can't do that. No, because I'm not going to pay it. And I was like, no, that's my time to market this company. I need this time. And so much stuff was going on between him and I. It was just so much. I got off the phone and I just said, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, literally, I didn't want to do life anymore. Okay. And I remember, I want to say I called my sister and I was like, I was gone. I was done.
Checked out.
Miss Simmy done.
I'm
And I remember talking to my sister. I can't remember everything I said, but I was crying. I didn't care anymore. She was like, you will not take your life. You will not. you need to bring your butt home. We will take care of you. Right? And I was like, oh, come back to Arkansas? Like, oh my gosh. But I was at my lowest. Like, I was just there. And I just remembered nothing could stop me. I was like, okay, I'm coming home. Right? And the day I said I was coming home, I remembered my friend that I was staying with, I couldn't find a job. But on that day that I said, I'm coming home, I'm going home.
I'm going home.
I remember her and her friend came in front of me and said, we have a job for you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
And I want to say that job was making like $72K. Right? I couldn't find one, but all of a sudden,
So here's
it's a
the
job.
job.
And I said, no, I have to go home. Because I was depleted emotionally. Right? And at that moment, everything was in alignment. Everything was lining up for me. I met a church, a small church. Didn't know these people. I don't even know how I met these people. I think I met those people through my friend that I was staying with. Because I had lost everything trying to get this business off the ground.
Right.
And I remember they helped me ship my stuff on a bus, right? My parents, my sister, they all helped me. It was so sad because I was splitting up my daughter from her father. You know, she loved her dad, and I didn't want to do that. But if I stayed, it wouldn't be a life.
Right.
I could not emotionally handle it anymore because I wasn't just fighting with him, I was fighting with the family. You know, I was broken. He was broken. We just couldn't blend it together to create that perfect synergy, right? And so I just remember I was so heartbroken because my daughter was so strong at the time, and we're on the plane. I'm skipping a lot of stuff, but we were just on the plane, and I'm just lost. I'm like, did I make the worst decision of my life to come back to? What am I doing? My daughter's so strong. She's sitting there. She wants to cry, and she was just trying to hold it in. And we get to Arkansas, and I'm just Here I am. I have to start all over again. Like, here I am. And so I'm here. I have to move in with my sister, you know, and so I have nothing but the boxes that came, you know, from the bus, and I didn't really have anything. I was just here, and I just remember I got to get back out there. I got to get back out there. I got to start promoting. Right, got to start promoting. You know, my company. I got to get in front of these kids. I got to get in front of these schools. And I just remember one day I was watching my niece. She was sick, and I needed to be out there knocking on doors. And I was like, you're going to go with me. I'm just going to make a pallet in the back of the car.
Just chill out, you know.
That's it. You'll be okay. You're going to come with me, okay? I'll give you everything you need. You know, she was a little baby at the time. And so I was speeding. I don't know where I was coming from, but I was speeding, and police pulled me over, and I had no license. No, I did have a license. I did. I had a license, but evidently my license was suspended in Maryland. I did not know that at all. Life was lifing, and he took my license from me. He did not give me a ticket, grace of God.
Amen.
He was like, get her in the car seat, right? But he let me go.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I had nothing. I had no identity. Nobody knew me. I had no driver's license. I had nothing. And I feel right there. That was my start over. Because I had to sit in, oh my God, I have nothing to prove who I am. Right? And all I could do was depend on the Most High God. And my faith was getting strong anyway. When I was living in Maryland, my faith was really strong. And so that's all I had. That is all I had. And that was my start over to rebuild as a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard.
That is very difficult.
As a single mother.
Mm-hmm. Starting over.
Business
completely.
owner, right. So we have it's a lot. Our stories are so rich with information of how we had to start over. Having to leave, go somewhere, no one knew me. I had to make a name for myself. I didn't have my family's name. I didn't have anyone's name, but you got to figure out who you are. And all I had was God. That's all I had to God.
He like, look, I'm going to show you who you are, life.
I'm going to show you who you are. And I mean, just going through some stuff. But that was the beginning, and the journey did not stop. Like, literally, I came here to Northwest Arkansas because I was like, I cannot go back to my hometown. I'm not used to it. I had been gone for like 14 years. I was like, I'm not used to going back to a smaller town. So I was like, my sister was already here. And she was like, well, just come here, whatever. But, the shame.
Can we talk about the shame?
Ugh.
Can we talk about the shame?
I went through the shame.
Friend, let's talk about that. Let's start with that shame.
You go through college. I got out of college. I had these great careers in management. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm showing everybody up.
Look at
me. Look at me.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, executive director positions. Like, I've been in management leadership since I left college, right? And I was doing very well for myself. To nothing.
Nothing at all. Starting all the way
now
over?
I'm still in the system, right? I'm here in Arkansas, and I'm having to figure out the system here. I need to be on food stamps. I need to get. I need to be on Medicaid, and my daughter needs insurance. Like all of these things. It was just the shame. I was stripped. Right. And I had to stop fighting shame and accept shame. Okay, accept it. Okay, this is what happened to you. You're human.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What was your shame?
Shame. Shame. Let me tell you a little bit about shame with Munday. Welcome to my TED Talk. So, you go from, I was slaving in the church too.
Okay.
Slaving in the church, And I was also an executive director.
Good positions.
Great positions. As an executive producer. No, I was not an executive producer. As an executive director of a crisis center. Wow. I would go out into the schools and I would teach healthy relationships to kids. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, my life is messed up. How can I tell a child that's asking me about how did you and your husband get together? Because I'm wearing a ring.
Okay.
How did you and your husband get together? And no. Have you ever gotten to it with your husband? I got a boyfriend now. And the kids, they are very transparent. And for me to sit in that class and want to be as transparent as I had been with them for so long, I was so embarrassed from children because I battled with myself about telling them the truth because I have always been honest with them. Yeah. You know what I say? Me and that man, we ain't finna stay together. Don't ask me nothing about him. So, when you're going through something like that and you got innocent children, I was very embarrassed because, I was holding my marriage up. And I think that's another thing God had to show me. Look, I'm your God, not your marriage. And at the time, I couldn't see that. I was just embarrassed. Like, oh my gosh, like, how do I tell the people in the church, no, we going through it.
Right.
No. We're not going through what you think we go through to get over it or to get through it. No, we're going through a transition where, and I'm gonna be flat out honest. I kind of feel like and felt like, now whether this is true or not, I don't know.
Right.
But as a woman in the church saying you finna get a divorce, oh baby, what you do? Because it ain't that man's fault.
Especially in the South.
In the South. What you? It ain't that man's fault. And I'll be honest with you. More folks checked on him than they checked on me. I'm a whole woman out here, and I don't recall getting one phone call. I had a few people message me. That's another thing I would love to talk about is you don't have to choose. What is that?
Right.
You don't have to choose between who you support or not.
Right. Both individuals are going through something that is painful.
Very painful.
Both
of us.
Both parties are going through a lot right now. It's very difficult and challenging.
Yes. It's public
Check on
PSA.
both of them. Like,
check on both of them.
You're going through your thing. He's going through his thing. However it is, you both are going through it because it took it. That was a hard decision to say we're transitioning apart.
And it was just very embarrassing to say that after so long we are getting a divorce. Like the big D word. Nobody even likes to talk about it. Y'all married folks for sure. Especially if you've been in a long-term relationship, saying that you're not with that person anymore is so embarrassing. Well, what happened? And then you got that. Well, what happened?
Right.
Y'all to see, I already knew it. They were just grinning on Facebook.
Right. We already knew. Then people started to look on social media
trying to see
pictures down, okay.
Blocked.
You didn't cut your hair. They done.
Look at her. She got a new attitude.
Quotes. Motivational quotes every day.
Subliminal speaking.
Right.
I'm talking to you, but I ain't talking to you. But then I'm going to tell everybody on social media, this wasn't about you. I'm grown. I don't know why everybody think I'm talking about them. That's the truth.
It is so true.
Y'all lying.
Yeah.
It's the energy you put out, the people that were supposed to get it, they feel it.
They feel it. They do. You're very intentional about those messages on Facebook, or Instagram, TikTok. Wherever you put that message at, you intentional.
Very intentional about it.
Put this together. And spend about 2 hours putting this note together. Let me research another quote. Research?
This relate to me right here. Right, friend? This right here. Post. Everybody liking it. And in the background, she's talking about so-and-so. Then I don't know why y'all out here talking about I'm talking about them. I ain't had nothing. They wasn't even on my mind.
Right. Speak up. Don't shut me up.
Be bold and speak up.
That's real, friend. I mean, to have to now tell everyone we're transitioning and people are not even caring anything about your feelings. What did you do?
What did you
feel as though you have no one, and the relationships that you had in his family, and they so quickly turn, right? That's in every family, right?
Yeah. They don't.
When that happens, they turn,
confusing.
it is very confusing. It's like,
who do I support? Well, of course you're going to support your kid,
Yeah, it's happening.
Y'all know us too. Like, you know us too. Like,
right.
And if you say you love me too, was it a condition associated with it? And friend, that's another thing. I gotta commend you, friend. I had to process what you told me, friend. You know, I had to sit in it for a second. You know, not necessarily. Let me say that again. I had to process what you shared, because that is definitely embarrassing to go from I'm an executive, I'm a black woman. Because, you know, we hold on to them titles, baby.
Right,
I'm
because
an
the world doesn't want to
executive.
give us titles. And so when we have to work hard and earn those
And we get
titles,
'em.
like, I don't want to let that title go.
We're proud.
We're so proud. And to be here, and you know, I'm doing it. I'm showing my parents everything. They're proud of me. You know, look at that. See, look, right.
Stacy. Show them that dance you do again.
What was that?
Show them that dance.
It was just like, what have I done? My life is turned upside down. And I mean, having to navigate a system that I was unfamiliar with, you know, the shame of, and still having to hold my head up high and say to myself, you're doing this for your daughter right now.
Yeah.
You have to make a way for your daughter. Okay, she can't see any of this. She was young too at the time, but I mean, I really had to pick myself up out of that rabbit hole. It was deep.
So, friend, how are you dealing with the shame, or how have you dealt with the shame?
And I literally, it was like my whole life changed. Like
My whole life has changed. Trauma came in. I knew right then. You were the special one.
It was really, whoo, how did I have to deal with it? It was literally, I was in meditation a lot. Like, I did a lot of meditation. I did a lot of yoga. I had my dear friend guided me through the worst of the worst moment in my life. His insight. And I know he was placed in my life to help me through it. Like, he was so wise. He was older than me. And just having a friend to talk to, you know, and being open and honest about what I was feeling and what I was going through. It was that. It was like meditation, yoga, going to church, you know. I started on this health journey of just eating better, a spiritual diet, really getting in front of what did I do to put myself in this situation, holding myself accountable, seeking counsel, or going to counseling. Probably the first in my family to go to counseling.
Absolutely. Because, you know, we don't like no counseling.
We
Ain't
don't
nobody tell us nothing about ourselves.
Right. But I knew that I needed to be the best version of myself for my daughter, right? I did not want to repeat cycles, okay? And so having those processes in place got me through so much, constantly inviting God into my life, activating Holy Spirit. Brother, come and help me.
Help me.
My
I
whole
need
spiritual family, I needed it because I needed to get to a place that I was holding myself accountable, saying, how did you get here, life? What part did you play in this? Because it wasn't just him.
Right.
It was you too.
That's
you
right.
You know you was
That's
broken.
right. You
know
know
you was
it.
broken trying to get into a relationship. Your mama saw it. Your family
saw it.
Right. You know, and I didn't know I was broken, but I was. I was heartbroken. I didn't know how to be in a relationship. You know, I was just learning. I just didn't know. A new mother. So life being on top, management position, leadership positions, executive director positions. And now all of a sudden I have nothing. Nobody knows me. My license is stripped from me. I have no money. I'm down at DHS.
Come on.
Trying to navigate the system, run a company at the same time, and still hold my head up high like I'm something. I was being torn apart. God was like, I'm about to break you down.
Yes.
Because I got to rebuild you in front of everybody so they can see how true I am.
Yes. Come on.
So you can say your poem. The I am is the
I am. What I am is the who I am.
Baby, that's where that poem came from.
I love it.
Yes, I could go on and on. But friend, how did you handle embarrassment?
The biggest thing, okay, so how I handled the embarrassment, like going through it at the time, I secluded myself. I withdrew from everything, everybody. And I just didn't want any attention. I didn't want anybody to ask me questions. Hence, I guess it was a part of me moving here also that helped me out a lot from dealing with people who might be saying things in the background. And then moving on after, as I'm continuing to grow in understanding where God placed me at, I don't give a damn.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Give a damn.
I love it.
And a lot of that had to do with me getting out of my own way and understanding that everything that I've gone through, and I also believe everything that you've gone through is just for a purpose, and it's to help somebody else. And I can't help somebody else caring about what somebody else think about me.
Oh, that was a whole statement.
Yeah, friend. So I had to think about that. And I'm still work in progress because I can't say that I fully embrace it. I don't give a damn, because saying damn right now, I'm like, damn, what they gonna think about me? God damn. I mean, Tish up here cussing. And then, it's gonna be somebody say, well, I heard her cuss before. It was around her mama.
Yeah, she was always doing that.
Yeah, it was always deep down, and then they had to come out, the right moment, the right podcast, right people, right person, right tribe.
Don't shut me up. Friend didn't give a damn.
I didn't give
You went through so much.
Right. And so, again, what I had to just stop caring about what other people thought. Because the more I care about what other people think, I'm going to be held back.
It will hold you hostage.
I mean, very much so. And I think I went through a lot of having to coach myself. And I still coach myself on a daily on, how to not give a damn. I literally need to read that book. There's a book. It's called How to Not Give a Damn.
By Monday. This is how a picture gonna look on the front.
Probably gonna have 2 middle fingers, right?
2 middle fingers. Put them up. Put them up.
Yeah, see, I still got some tact. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, I've had to, that's how I've been navigating, is just getting into a space of being confident and comfortable in me so far that I don't care about you and what you think about me.
Right.
Not necessarily that I don't care about you, but if it's anything negative coming my way, I don't accept it. So, yeah, that's how I got over the embarrassment.
Right. We were stripped down to nothing. Okay. So to all our Don't Shut Me Up listeners, what was the time in your life that you were stripped down to nothing? Okay?
Yes.
Rock bottom.
And if you still in that space, we know, we understand.
Because it will creep into my life.
Hi.
Right.
Hi.
Hey. Look, like I say, the rabbit hole is waiting for you to jump in it every day.
Yeah.
Every day that you wake up, that rabbit hole is right there for you to jump in. Hey, come on in. We got some tea. Tea and crumpets. Want some soup?
Just the way you like it.
It's dark down here. but I got some candles. Okay. It's waiting for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I know our listeners, I know you guys have stories about this, right?
Yes.
But it's how do you overcome it? How do you recognize I'm being stripped?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you invite your spiritual family into that space while they're stripping you?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How
Yes.
do you surrender?
How?
Because that's where God was taking us.
Yes.
God said, I need these two to surrender.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
To me.
to me and nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a minute to learn that
Man.
because I didn't understand that I was carrying a lot of stuff, a lot of baggage, a lot of
I'm
brokenness.
telling you.
Okay.
Not too much on my girl.
Not too much on my girl. So that's the purpose. That's the goal. God is like, I need you to surrender to me. I need you to know that I'm always going to bless you. I'm always going to give you authority. I'm always going to be that person to name you and to let you know that you are my beloved son or beloved daughter. It's me.
It's me.
Right? And so that shame
Mm-hmm.
will take you through it.
It will. It will. It will hold you back. It will paralyze you and it will cripple you because you're so embarrassed of
You're
the
so
things that you go through.
Right.
And these are just our stories, but we already know that, you know, we're not the only people that have these feelings and also with these types of stories to share.
Right.
Fran, what space are you in now with the rebuild?
Okay, I have a mantra that I speak almost all the time. Like
Yes.
mantras,
I need it.
mantras activate. Okay, mantras rebuild the internal man when it's broken, right? And it turns on your navigational system. And so I just have been calling Father to come in to restore, rebuild me in front of all. I have no shame anymore. I have been through it.
Yes.
I have no shame. I may get frustrated in the moment and in that momentum of it when things happen, but I am not shameful. I just don't have any shame right now, right? And the only thing I can do is just call to the heavens, help. There are days that literally I don't know what to say. And I get on my knees and I just, Father, brother, mother, help me in every aspect of my life. You know what I'm going through.
That's
you know the spoken and the unspoken.
That's right.
I just need your help.
I just need your help. Yes.
So that's the space that I'm in. Things are happening still.
Yeah.
Right? But I can handle, I have tools.
Yes.
I have
tools.
an ecosystem.
Talk about them tools.
Right. I have an ecosystem of family, friends like yourself that I can call and you're like, I'm listening. Come on, friend. I'm listening. I have counseling.
Hey, come on.
Okay.
You can say that again because we all need it, honey.
Yes. I have a process. I do things to deliver me from carrying shame. I remove guilt, fear, judgment, anxiety, shame. Saying those things will activate, right? Listening to healthy podcasts,
Ooh,
right?
that, yes.
Right. Just listening to motivational speakers and going to church and really just being proactive in the unfolding of your life. That's where I am right now when challenges arise in my life. I got the tools, baby.
Hey, I
Right?
got the tool right in my back pocket.
Right.
Give me the hammer.
I can bring it out and I can navigate through all of it and not wear it at all. What about you,
said
friend?
not wear it. I love that.
Right.
I love that. In the process of rebuilding, I think I'm learning, or I'm still learning how to live in the now and not living tomorrow, not living yesterday, but just living in the moment. And that's where I am right now. Literally, like I'm here. I'm present in this moment. That keeps me out of fear. That keeps me out of anxiety. And I do have anxiety. I still have it. I struggle
Yes, me
with it
too.
constantly. But centering, like you mentioned, like get her closer to God.
Right, and there's a
You
there's a
know?
method to that. You have
Yeah.
to have certain processes in place to activate all of this in your ecosystem.
Yes. And then I'm constantly reevaluating
Good.
all the time. It's not easy to see things in yourself and realize that you've been the bad guy. you know, you've been the bad guy, even in situations that you don't think you've been the bad guy and you hurt somebody else in. He's restoring me, like he's making me a new person completely. I got a story real quick.
Baby, we from the South. You better tell it.
We ran into somebody. We ran into somebody who was unfamiliar with the rebuild. Who was very unfamiliar with the rebuild. And the broken part of me is what they saw. The storm is what they saw when they looked at me. And so I had to let this person know that I am rebuilt. Okay? So, let me just go ahead and be real.
Come on.
Who you talking to?
Right.
Who you talking to? Because that's not that's what makes you comfortable with me. I am no longer in that broken state.
Yeah.
I am rebuilt anew.
Right.
So don't you ever ever come by here. Ever. Don't you come by here no more. So,
Hey.
I hope they didn't catch the back of my booty back there. Because it's a booty back there. Yeah. So yeah, I'm constantly I'm learning how to live in the now.
Yes.
And I'm grateful, learning how to, not necessarily learning to be grateful, but accepting grateful in my daily life. Like, I'm grateful that I have you. I'm grateful for, where God has brought me from.
Yes.
I mean, because I'm still a work in progress. Things are still happening because it's like they never stop. It's just how you navigate the storm.
Right.
Yeah, how you navigate the storm. And so I have still working.
Right.
But yes, I probably need to get back in counseling too, friend, because I was there and I stopped going consistently.
Right.
But that's how that's kind of where I am now in the storm, is gratefulness. And I can't even remember what I said.
It's gratefulness. I mean, being able to reflect.
Yeah. Yes.
Being able to point your own flaws out and say, okay, this is the part I played, right?
Yeah.
And your strength that I watch and admire 24/7 is your mom is not here. Your dad is not here. You have your siblings. But when things happen, we want to run to our parents no matter how old we are. And to not have that opportunity to do that, yes, they are a part of the all. And you can call on them at any time, but physically, you want to be able to pick that from, Mama, let me tell you what happened. I admire that you had to weather the storm without them here physically. And that brings another realm of strength that a lot of people may not know how to navigate through. So Commend you on
Friend,
that.
thank you, friend.
Yeah.
You know I could go on about you too, friend.
Ooh,
I really Y'all you guys are again the rebuild. This is a part of my rebuild too.
Yes,
Being able to have friend here, and again, the same thing she sees in me is the same thing I see in her. I see her get up every day. I see her navigate through some stuff. Some stuff.
A lot of black smoke.
Yeah. Yes.
You
A
know.
lot.
Yeah.
Did
And
you
we
say
black smoke.
You know, I see her in that boat, steering straight ahead.
Forward. There's a storm a coming. We can see it. We know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just brings a lot of power to you when you have to go through that storm like that, But gosh, we know where our help comes from. Man, we know. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, she is, for her to be navigating through a system such as this in Northwest Arkansas, to me, it takes a lot of perseverance to stand in her shoes in it's not necessarily, yes, it is. What's she going through? What she's up against. Thank you. I thank you for saying that. What she's up against. And, I don't say much about myself. I won't stand up for myself. But God dog it, I would get in a security officer face.
She did. She did.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, to watch her go through the things that she has been through, for me, I watch her and I am in awe. I am not just with her being a mother, with her being a business owner, to see her navigate through some of the business, like I'm trying to say this right. When she's dealing with city officials and people who have rank, and to have to hold
biases. A lot of biases.
a ton of biases,
right?
And for her to hold her tongue in some of these situations is what I'm getting at.
You got to seek a higher power.
You do. You have to, because in my mind, when I hear some of the stories, and even when I see some of the things, and I'm gonna be flat out honest, it's just not just with people that are outside of our race. It's our own race that's not even stepping up to the plate, or even being vocal enough to help other organizations, and to watch other people do conniving, I said it, conniving things for the sake of greed. And I think we kind of experienced that. Ooh, girl, ooh. Don't shut me up. Because I was just going to say, I you know what I'm saying? A girl.
I'm telling you. Listen.
Okay.
When I tell you, we have so much.
To talk about. Thank you guys for joining us on the Don't Shut Me Up podcast. We hope that you've enjoyed the conversation.
Yes, I did.
Yes. Did you enjoy it, friend? My feet itching. I hope that means I'm going to get some money. They say when your palm itches, stuff like that, you're about to get some money or something. Yeah, let me. What that mean? What rubbing your feet together mean?
Yeah, I scratch my feet every day. What they be itching so?
All right, guys. Well, until next time, stay bold
and speak up,
because silence is not an option.